Hello everyone, welcome back again. This is Elias Chuma. In today's tutorial, I'm going to take you through search strategies, what it means to say search strategy, what it's all about. In brief, search strategy is one of the course outlined for information literacy, and as being an information literate individual, you need to learn about such strategies to make a successful and efficient research. So in this tutorial, I'm going to go through phase one of such strategies because I've highlighted them in 4 phases. So we are going to go in phase one, and in my next videos, I'll be showing you more in phase 2, 3, and 4. So in this phase, we are going to look at the course outline for this search strategy. What are we really going to dwell about when I say such strategy? So we'll be looking at the description of concepts, what such strategy really means, the concept of such strategy, the definition, and how it's being used. And we shall also be looking at the identification of key concepts. As if you're given a research question, how are you going to identify the key terms for you to make a successful research? Shall also be looking at selection of such terms. Which terms will you use based on the question? And we shall be looking at Boolean operators and truncation and wildcards. So you'll be knowing more of them when we shall be talking about them in phase 2. And we shall be looking at phrase searching and filters and limits. In filters and limits, we shall be learning on how you can limit your work not to include irrelevant information, not to go beyond what the question is requiring, or not to go below what the question is requiring. So we shall also be looking at database selection. We shall as well be looking at iterative processes. Therefore, let us briefly look at how I am going to break this. So from the first one to the third one, I'll be highlighting them in this video, which is phase 1. Then for Boolean operators and truncation and wildcards, I'll be talking about more about them in phase 2. Then phase 3 will cover phrase searching and filters and limits, and phase 4 will cover database searching, database selection, and iterative processes. So let us look at the description of this search strategy, what is this all about. So a search strategy is a plan or method that is used to systematically find relevant information on a particular topic or a research question. Now, typically, this search strategy involves identification of key concepts and selection of appropriate terms, and as well as the search terms for a particular topic. Therefore, in this search strategy, it also helps to combine these terms to retrieve the most relevant results from a database or retrieval system or else a search engine. So we're going to look at the second item in the list, and that is where it's being used. So such strategy is basically being used in academic research. For example, when you're given a coursework to research, when you're given a research question, and therefore, as being an information literate student, you need to apply the knowledge of such strategy to have efficient research. It is as well used in literature reviews. It is also used in systematic reviews. It's also used in information seeking contexts, and that is basically where this search strategy is being used. So let us look at identification of key concepts. So one of the key aspects when you're given a question, a research question, is you need to first identify the key concept in such a way that you need to break down your search question or topic into its main components or themes, therefore to form the foundation of your research. So for this explanation here, I'm going to tell you to explain in such a way that identifying the key ideas helps you focus the search and clarify the scope of your search. So in this example here, I'm going to show you a question, and we are going to basically, and in all the phases, we are going to basically dwell in that question, and it will guide us on all the necessary areas that we need to do. So our question is, what are the social and economic impacts of gender-based violence in rural communities? For example, when you are given a question like that, what do you really want to do first? Therefore, for you to approach such a question, you need to first identify the key terms. And these key terms are, first of the key term is the gender-based violence. So you're going to take gender-based violence as one of your key terms. And then you also go and take the social impacts. So social impacts will be our second key point. Then our third key point is going to be the economic impact. And economic impact is one of our key points. And fourthly, where it is being directed to. So in this question, it's being directed to the rural communities. So the rural communities stand out to be about our fourth key term. So after identifying such key terms, then you need to as well as select such terms that you'll be using to search, like in those different search engines. So one of the whatever is you need to use appropriate keywords, and you need to find phrases and synonyms for appropriate keywords that you have selected. And therefore, I'm going to show you an example of how we are going to use that. So in this selection of key terms for our concept of gender-based violence, this is what we need to do. We are going to find the synonyms related to gender-based violence, and for these synonyms we can as well put intimate partner violence. Instead of using gender-based violence, you can use this synonym to also retrieve the same result, and it as well widen your research. You can use sexual violence. It's also efficient. You can use as well as domestic violence. By using all these, it increases the scope of your search, and therefore you'll have an efficient research. Therefore, now for the case of related terms, we are going to have some terms that you may use instead of the ones that have been highlighted in the question. And you can use terms like violence against women. To narrow or widen your search, you can as well use gendered violence. It is also efficient for your search. Therefore, by using these search terms and the synonyms related terms, you can be able to find and have an efficient search work, so that in such a way you cannot have difficulties whenever you're given a research question, and you will have to just go through it smoothly by applying these ideas. So thanks for watching. In my next videos, I'll be taking you through phase 2, which comprises of Boolean operators and transaction wildcards, and I'll be showing you more of them. So thanks for watching. See you in my next video.